From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Gonna run it. It's Brunson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive game for my offense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Finn. Grabbed in the middle, it's Perry. Got room at the 35. Turns on the Jets. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Miami. Welcome to the big house, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Wolverines will kick it away first. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down to the 26. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He's in open space downfield. Runs through the tackle. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
From the gun, the running back has it. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside and try to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
They are trying to set the tone on the opening drive of the game. They could punt, pin them back deep. Instead, they'll go for it on fourth down. Going for the big play. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Oh, look out the line. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown time.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before, and there was no hesitation. The opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Simpson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Fake on first down, wants to throw. With the catch, it's McCulley. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
The short hands, it's McCulley. There he goes.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Fires left. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, the offense is trying to attack the middle of the field. They're looking to hit that in route, but really good coverage there by the defense.
Wants to keep it in the air. Pressure coming. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on fourth down. Makes the grab, ready for the first down. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. No, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Miller with the ball. Makes a man miss. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Hit as he throws. A strike downfield. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Under fire. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Rushes on him. And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Going to swing it on second down. He's going for it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn.
He's got it on the outside. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Blasted as he lets it go. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Here's the pressure. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And the Wolverines looking to convert on fourth down. Quarterback moving. Lets it fly. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Here's the handoff. Finding open areas. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Alabama quickly back to the line. Might as well give it to him again. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Plows through the defense. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Gets it to him on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. That play looked as if it had a chance to be productive, but the open field tackle stopped.
And it's tough to get a running back one-on-one on the ground in the open field. You want guys swarming to the football to try to make that play. But understand that guy is a weapon. Good job by the defense seeing it, breaking on the football, getting them on the ground.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. On the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bama!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. So that drive covered just 44 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Marshall. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They try to pop a run on the draw. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. He's got an open man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Just keep slinging it. He's got him this time. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Still looking on the move. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the 1st half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they...
Intercepted! A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball.
Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more. to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Ncaa. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Nice, just enough space across the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. They believe they can run right here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Back to throw, it's Sayin. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Off play action on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll pull it down. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get.
Breaks into the open. It's a fumble. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Snaps it in the shotgun. Looking to scramble. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. We're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go.
Touchdown, Alabama! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Got it behind the line. It's Jackson. Crosses the 30. He's got away.
play. It's a pass, running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
Kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Williams. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes that Alabama offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Fires on the move. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Tide will get the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
On first down from their own 22. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Green. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. The play-action fake. Makes the grab. It's Cuevas. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play-action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Looking for a man. It's Simpson. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Cuevas. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. Looking to scramble. Now he'll fire back into the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
The offense gets pretty lucky there. Third down in your own end. You're throwing to try to get the first. That ball just a little bit late, and as a result, they're lucky that wasn't a pick six.
And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and 1. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Caught in the backfield. It's Jackson. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football-type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Now, this defense, you can tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Alabama trying to convert this 4th down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways.
Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Blue Devils will kick it away to start. Coming out with it, it's Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll try the run. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Right back to the well. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished.
Oh, he's got some space. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. They're going to ride this running back. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down. The way this guy is rolling for the Tide and ripping off chunks of yardage, reminiscent of Eddie Lacy or real old school from the wishbone days, Wilbur Jackson.
And when you run it like this, it's hard to argue with people saying, hey, let's throw the ball, let's be explosive. Well, having success early in this game, running the football, getting big first down after first down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. After the run, now to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Snags a quick pass on the left. Turning it on. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Duke. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. Well, that score leaves you with a burning question. Who had that dude? Whoever it was wasn't close.
No, and the receiver was able to run right by him and get to the end zone and camp out and put up his tent and build the fire and fill up the coffee pot and just about everything else in time before the guy decided to even get remotely close to him.
This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Simpson. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, there's an alley on the left. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Give to the running back. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Moore. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Leaves it with the running back. He's past the 30. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Makes the grab. Turns it on at midfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played one quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wants to go up top. Got him downfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. And the Blue Devils come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Quickly complete. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. The Blue Devils, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Trying to get rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Lost to throw again. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Blue Devils want to crank the tempo. A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He wants to go deep. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Off and running. Slippery slide, find his way, and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tide. And that
is such a backbreaker for the defense. 4th and long, they're expecting throw that time. Everybody's got their eye on the QB, and still somehow they let the guy get in behind him for the long touchdown. That simply cannot happen.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking downfield on first down. Quick completion on the out. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
Out of the backfield, he's open. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
The throw to the outside is complete. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Blue Devils started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Blue Devils. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Cuevas. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get it.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Wants to throw. It's Mack. Good timing on the quick out. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. Offense in an empty set. Wants to go up top on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He tried to set up the screen, and he's lucky to get that one back. It'll be third down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Bama! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Swings it out to his running back. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass, it's Mack. Safe completion on the screen. There he goes. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job, because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback, because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. So now it's second and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Moore. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Shoots it to the left. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back-to-back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
To the air on second down. He lets it fly. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Throwing right. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and the secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
One more snap coming before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Moore. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Using his legs to buy some time. Got his man on the right. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. Great place to start for this offense. Back to throw, it's Mack. Unleashes one deep. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. Sometimes those big targets at wide receiver almost spoil you. You think, just throw it in the area code. Well, it didn't work that time.
No, might be to get a new phone. That phone didn't work if you were searching for the area code because he definitely wasn't on target.
Got enough space. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
What an opportunity here if you're on offense, right? After the great kick return, you're already down here in the red zone. It's third down now. You've got to be able to come away with a touchdown. This
touchdown, Crimson Tide. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Blue Devils are in the hurry-up. Off-play action. Catch in the middle. It's King. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Get it out on the screen. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yard situations. They give up the first down, and they better get ready because you can tell they're right back on the ball to run another play.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Catch in the middle, it's King. There he goes, the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Duke.
And QBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup night for 2, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Here comes that Alabama offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
To the air, it's Mack. Finds his target down the middle. Breaks into the open. Touchdown tie. And they take it in for 6 more points.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find him, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
They get it into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. The lead stands at 7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
To the air on 1st down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Throwing on the run. Touchdown, Blue Devils. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. These two offenses have been locked in and going back and forth, David.
Been absolutely cooking. I mean, both offenses doing what they want. Now try to continue this, Jesse, down the stretch. Stay on fire.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on this offense right now because of the way the other one's playing. So you can't falter. You can't have your service broken. You've got to stay aggressive.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line.
Run to the right. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Mack. Finds a soft spot in the middle. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out of space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Makes the catch. It's Brown. And he picks up the 1st down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. The Blue Devils will have it 1st and 10. The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Kane. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
That is just what this offense needed, man. A big play down the field, trying to score a touchdown, trying to take the lead late in this football game, but now they don't have to go super fast. They don't have to rush. Great play by this offense.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He'll run it again. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The dominance on the defensive front reminds me of Jonathan Allen against Mississippi State in 15. Had like 3 sacks, 3 tackles for loss, and 7 solo stops.
And it reminds you of every Alabama defense you watch. This is a team that they are going to stop the run. If you run the ball with success, they're going to bring more guys and be more aggressive, and you can tell they're not going to let this running game get going.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Under fire. Turning and firing back to the right. That's risky. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the 1st down.
Man, does that sting. Defensively, you get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Trying to barge in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you got to use a timeout right now after that run play. You've got 3 in your back pocket. You can't take them with you. You're losing this game right now. So take all the time you can to make sure that your quarterback and your head coach and play caller are all on the same page.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout.
A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. It'll all be decided right here, win or lose on this kick. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Absolutely perfect. Celebration is wild on the sidelines as they've taken the lead in the final seconds. That last field goal looks like the game winner if they can keep them from getting in field goal range here right at the end. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Scanning the field, it's Mack. Starting to feel a little pressure. Got out of trouble and throws. Caught over the middle. It's Miller. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most